Ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and before we get going, don't forget, if you want the video plus the extended videos with no commercials, go to daixrp.com to join through the Patreon, or click this join button below to join through YouTube. Less than the cost of a cup of coffee. I'm continuing, folks, as you're seeing in the market, if you're going to position yourself to be ready to sell whatever you have, XRP, Bitcoin, whatever your thing is, I'm telling you, go check out Caleb and Brown. I'm showing you here more reasons you need to be positioned so that your crypto is safe, but also, and most importantly, so that there's the liquidity necessary to get out of your position. You have somebody you can talk to about it.
Australia, and a decent number of them are on the website. I think we need to do a few updates there. Now, what happens from a client perspective, I'm really glad you raised this, because from a client perspective, all you see is, did my trade get done? Was it a good price? Are the funds in my bank account? There's not really much else that you're looking for. You just want people to take care of your money and get you the outcome you like. Behind the scenes though, so you just flicked past the operations team. On a 24/7 basis, if you're looking to sell from one illiquid coin into several others, we had a client the other day needing to buy one token that took 72 hours for us to complete the process for, because it was a multi-million-dollar transaction. I'd love to take credit for that. I'd love to say it's all Jim. The reality is we have developers, operations staff, accounting teams, risk management teams, compliance teams, transaction monitoring, you name it. And that's actually what enables that quality assurance. And we've been very fortunate over the years to, be in a position where we can attract a lot of talent in the industry, but also be in a situation where we can retain that talent and really kind of build careers for people in the cryptocurrency space. From humble beginnings as an Australian business, it really is something that we're very proud of, to be able to support so many awesome careers, not just in Australia, but across the US and across areas.
All right, I just wanted you to hear these guys have it together. It's like a whole team. Now, if you want to open an account like I did, I've already prepared my exit. If you want to do the same and get your own personal broker and have institutional custody with fire blocks, and quit worrying about it, stop losing sleep about whether your crypto is safe, do what I did. I've got a link, and it forwards you right to my Caleb and Brown link, and you can click sign up today. What you do is you go to xrpwealth589.com. I just created that so it would be something you wouldn't forget, or if you're driving down the road. So that's xrpwealth589.com. Go there and you can sign up clicking the sign up today button right there. It's coming, folks. Now, as you're seeing in the markets today, XRP I think was at about $2.18 last time I checked. Bitcoin just crossed over 90,000. I can't tell you how many times over the last 3 years of XRP, before XRP Las Vegas, I see all these comments. The XRP price isn't doing anything. Well, first of all, anybody saying that does not understand what they hold. But the second thing is, things change on a dime. Those kind of things are irrelevant to the people you get to meet, people you get to hear from, and just the overall experience is just awesome. So it's coming.
The countdown is on to XRP Las Vegas 2025 at the MGM Grand. The markets seem to be stuck in neutral, but positive developments are happening daily. Now is the time to get a better understanding of the evolution of finance and Web3. This is more than a conference. It's a life-changing experience. Go to xrplasvegas.com to get your tickets and see our all-star lineup of industry leaders. Also, builders and developers will have a shot at $25,000 in prize money with the best Web3 project ideas in a Shark Tank-like pitch. We're almost to the finish line. Get your tickets now to the world's largest XRP conference at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas, May 30th and 31st. Lock in.
37 days left. Go to xrplasvegas.com. Get your tickets. It's going to be packed, especially with these prices starting to surge a little bit. We've got a Bitcoin 90,000, folks, and here's the market. We were at 2 days ago, we were at $2.64 trillion in the market. It's up to 2.85 trillion. Now XRP's at 215, Bitcoin still above 90,000. These are the kind of things that grab headlines and cause things to skyrocket. And then this is from the block today. XRP leads modest global crypto fund weekly inflows of 6 million amid signs of recovery from coin shares. Today, we've got Paul Atkins has officially been sworn in. Here, that was him swearing in right here. And I thought it was important to give everybody a little flashback and to never forget the nightmare that Gary Gensler and friends were for the United States of America. So glad to leave the twilight zone. There's Gary, little Gary in his mask. The comments are always fun. I'll wait for the comments to come in on that. I don't know anybody that doesn't strongly dislike, saying it nicely, Gary Gensler. And here's a little reminder from Riz about Paul Atkins, who's just been sworn in.
So, people are running into, a brick wall at the SEC. There's the lawsuit against Ripple. A lot of things riding on that. So that's like a really interesting thing to follow in this space.
That's the core.
Yeah, it is interesting. Been following it for over 7 years. Oh, this is this is CNBC. Talking about Bitcoin decoupling because they're not allowed to say XRP.
Welcome back. Not a lot of green on the screen today, as you know. However, you probably didn't look at Bitcoin. Janae McKeel did, and she's here. It's up 3%. What do you make of the way that this has been trading? It's decoupled, obviously, from the NASDAQ, which was a trend for a while. How do you see it?
Something that people were looking for all month, because if you go back to earlier this month, it really was trading in line with stocks. It just was not seeing the big, pops and drops that one, we're used to seeing out of Bitcoin. And two, it is outperforming the S&P. It has not really caught up with gold, the leading safe haven. But I think you are seeing evidence, not just, I think that the obvious and easy narrative would be that we're talking about Fed independence today. So Bitcoin is kind of acting as that hedge against, political uncertainty. But I also think that it's not just enthusiasm, it's also exhaustion. You're seeing investors wanting to, get back into risk, but just maybe not the type of risk that's tied to earnings or Fed policy.
You got a quick thought?
I do. Look, you've got a president who's very interested, and his family's very interested in Bitcoin doing well, and crypto doing well. And I think you're close to regulation or some positive announcements on policy, and that's what's driving it.
It's evidence, Bitcoin's supportive nature is evidence that we have not had a deleveraging event. Because you have a deleveraging event, everything's going down.
Well, it has underperformed the S&P and NASDAQ overall since the peak. Recently, though, to your point, it is trading pretty well, up from 82 just a week and a half or 2 weeks ago.
Real quick, last thought?
I think one of the hardest things for investors is to wrap their heads around the fact that day to day it does trade like a risk asset, but medium long term it trades like a safe haven. If you look at gold's outperformance, that kind of can act as an indicator of where Bitcoin heads when the dust kind of.
Man, they spin the Bitcoin narrative any which way but loose to get it to where they want it for the audience, don't they? And I said, uh-oh here, because Jim Cramer, gold's been skyrocketing. And then, of course, everybody believes in the inverse Jim Cramer narrative because it's true. So, he's saying this.
The Chinese are starting to actually hold back on some private equity,
Right, yes.
Moving out of the dollar into gold, into Europe. Gold 3,400 first time today.
Gold is just every day you get like Nico Eagle is like doubled, and you can buy Barrack over 20. It's still cheap, but I sit here and I just say, okay, how much of the bond's going to be down? I mean, I was comparing this to 2011 for a thing where it was down every day, but that was when the 10-year went to 1.7. Now we have like everything going wrong. We've got the 10-year going wrong. We've got big cap rolling over. We got the semis just awful. We got Coca-Cola being the only stock that I.
Okay, and then we've got. I hope you can see it. You can see what's forming with this economy. We've gone through all this uncertainty recently with tariffs and all, but what you're about to see, write it down. You're about to see these countries that, remember, they had like a 90-day window where Trump paused the tariffs so they could work out deals. Well, you're about to see those dominoes fall, and all of a sudden Chevron sees no signs that the U.S. is close to recession, their CEO on CNBC. Then you had this. U.S. said India has finalized the terms for a trade deal. Bitcoin over 90K on the news, heading over 100K soon. Just wait until there's a China deal. Make no mistake, folks, my prediction, I'll give you a prediction. I think that there will be a China deal this year. And watch the markets when that happens. Okay, and then this, Standard Chartered Bank says Federal Reserve independence concerns could send Bitcoin to record high. They expect $200,000 Bitcoin by the end of the year. If you get a $200,000 Bitcoin, do you know what the price of XRP will be? I'll just let you think about that. Okay, we're going to go into the group, daixrp.com, to go to the Patreon, or click the join button on YouTube right below this video, and you can join through YouTube. You get the full video plus the extended video with no commercials. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe, hit the like button, tell your friends and family. Here we go.